So you know, if you're an actor on the show, you'll be there for a couple months. You can work with the extras and the locals. You know, we can. That'll be very helpful. So I said, okay. Then he sent me the script. He said, can you pick a character that you'd like to play? And like any good actor, I counted lines. I figured who had the most dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't going to be the principals, but there was a good part for me. And so I said I could play Meadows, the publisher. So he said, great. And I went to Universal Casting, got the job, and then I got a brief call on a Sunday morning. I had read the script by this time, and it sent Stephen some notes, just to know what we would do if this was our movie, what we would do, and if I was, you know, on it, what I would do. And he'd shown that memo to Zanuck and Brown, and they said, let's have him over for a chat. So I went over for bagels in the morning. They were all at the Bel Air Hotel talking about the movie. This was about 3 weeks before we started shooting. We started talking about the movie and the script, and bagels turned into lunch, turned into tea, turned into dinner. And after about 8 hours, they said, okay, can you start rewriting on Tuesday? Because Stephen's going to Boston to start casting extras, and then from Boston we go to the Vineyard, we start shooting, and you can start breaking down the script and working on the rewrite. So I said, okay, and I was gainfully employed at the time. I was story editor on a TV series called The Odd Couple. Good television job. I was writing comedy. And I had to tell Tony and Jack and the producers, I got a job on a movie. What's it about? It's about a fish. I'll be back in 7 weeks. And Stephen said, you know, the studio rented me a house with a housekeeper and a cook to take, you know, so that we don't have to worry about, you know, finding a place to eat after shooting and all that. It would be very convenient if you're in the house with me. We can be talking about the script every minute that we're not, you know, actually on the set. So I said, great. That was actually a very good idea, a good way to make a movie. So off we went to Boston. We still didn't have the character of Quint cast. We didn't have the character of Hooper cast. We only had Roy Scheider and Lorraine Gary and Murray Hamilton and the shark that was under construction. So I was instrumental in getting Richard Dreyfuss because we were old friends from improvisational theater in Los Angeles. He had turned the script down once, and I said, no, Ricky, it's going to be funny. It's not the script you read. Because Rick Dreyfuss had said, well, this is a movie I'd rather see than be in.
Yeah.
I said, schmuck, come up, you know, meet the director. You know, we'll make it work for you. So he showed up, dressed exactly like Hooper. He had a scraggly beard. He had a watch cap. He had the little rimless glasses. Stephen took one look at him as he walked in the hotel room and said, don't change a thing. And Richard said, I haven't said I'm going to do the movie yet. He said, well, you're going to do the movie and you're going to look like this. You know, and that's what happened. And then Robert Shaw became available and filled the part of Quint, and we had a cast. And I started breaking down the script. And 2 weeks later, we started shooting the script as I was writing. Not a way to make a movie in normal circumstances. It's ill-advised. I can tell you people, it's not the best way to make a movie. But in this particular case, it was a very happy collaboration. We were able to talk about every element of the production while we were struggling with it. I could type while Stephen was shooting. If I wasn't on the set, I could be back at the cabin writing. We'd go over the script at night. If he was working, we would call the script department. They would sometimes be mimeographing the pages at 5 in the morning in order to give them to the actors at 7 when the day's work started. And so it went, you know, for 8 to 10, 12, 15 weeks. And you know, things got harder and harder. The shark became less and less available to us as a working character.
Yeah.
So we had to devise other things to shoot besides the shark. And as it turns out, it was a blessing because Stephen and I both were familiar with an old black and white horror film called The Thing.
Yes.
If you're, not John Carpenter's The Thing, the original The Thing, which was a great black and white horror film. James Arnett played The Thing. And we knew from that movie that you didn't have to see the creature from the first reel. in the thing, you wait a long time for the creature to appear. You build up the suspense, you show the effects of the creature, you show the terrible strength and the power of the creature, but you never see the creature. And we said, that will work for us. So we devised scenes where you saw the power of the beast and only could hint at what it really was. So the tension and anxiety would build in the audience. And Chrissy's death was originally supposed to be with a shark. You know, you see the shark, you'd see the girl, you'd see the bite. It was all going to be very graphic and scary. And it turned out that the scariest opening of a movie in many, many years, probably one of the scariest movie openings ever, where you don't see the beast. You see the beast's point of view, you see the innocent swimmer, you see the point of view approaching, and then you see Chrissy being torn limb from limb and pulled back and forth in the water.
We could talk about that more specifically.